Tyranid models suck. Let's find out if that's true. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, the other day I went into my friendly local gaming store and I came across this, and it made me wonder, do Tyranid models suck? Before that though, if you would like to keep up to date with the wonders of Warhammer 40k, please give me a sub and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so yeah, I was in my local store. Now, normally I buy all of my stuff from Wargames, www.wargamesuk.co.uk. Anything that I want to buy new, I buy from there because it does some awesome prices. However, my friendly local shop, he does second-hand models, so I like having a look around there. Sometimes you can pick up a bargain. Now, as I was looking around, yeah, I came across this here. And whilst all the new lovely models that I could see were very tempting, I just felt compelled to buy this. I don't own it. I'm obviously a Tyranid player. My first Tyranid Codex was the black one, I think from 3rd edition. So I'm not quite sure exactly when this came out, whether this is the first release. If you know, let me know please, that'd be great. And yeah, I was flicking through here and looking at some of the old sculpts, and it reminded me of a few comments that I've seen around the forums and stuff saying that Tyranid models suck. I was looking at this book and thinking, wow, those models are really cool. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Not necessarily even just Tyranids, but models in general, old school models. Well, personally, as you probably know if you've already been subscribed to my channel for some time, I do really enjoy some of the old models. I love the new models. Indeed, my most favourite model in the whole 40k universe is the Morlock. Absolutely love the model, my most favourite model. Not only to look at, but to build and paint. I had a lot of fun with that model, really awesome. But I do like old school stuff. And I don't know what it is, if it's history, if it's the collector side of me, if it's because they're made of metal or what, but I really enjoy the old models. Now, I must admit, playing the old models is much harder. I mean, if you're playing, say, let's just say a unit of 20 Hormagaunts, and they're all plastic, you know, they die quick, Hormagaunts, so it's quite handy just to be able to like scoot them up and put them down on the side. If they're metal models, you can't do that. You have to take one off each at a time. Doesn't matter if you've protected them with varnish and stuff. You still don't want to like chip them by rubbing them together. So it's much more difficult to physically game with the old metal models. But even so, I do enjoy them, handling them, painting them and looking at them. So what I want to do is just go through this old Tyranid Codex, look at some of the old sculpts. Now, admittedly, some of these old sculpts I've never seen before, and just have a general reaction to them. So let's have a look. So starting at the front, we've got the Hive Tyrants, and the first thing that I really note here is that they're on square bases. Not quite sure why that is. If someone can explain that for me, that would be great. In actual fact, if you have any comments, then please put them down below, because I'd love to hear your comments. But yeah, the Hive Tyrants don't actually look that different apart from the physical size. The actual general concept is quite similar to what we're used to. A different head, obviously, where they had that sort of queen alien head on the newer models, but not too much difference there. The Carnifexes are a big difference. In actual fact, when I look at one of these, I think they call them a Screamer Carnifex because they've got the claws on them. If you look at a Screamer Carnifex just by itself, to be fair, it doesn't look that great. But there's a picture here where you can see like a battle scene with the Screamer Carnifexes on and a tank, and then all the other models. And then you can really tell actually how awesome those models were. Probably one of the biggest models that was around at the time, and they definitely are fitting in the era. Yeah, our new Carnifexes are absolutely awesome. and they're obviously quite big as well compared to these. But they're still pretty cool. I like them. And then we come on to a model which I am going to say does suck, and that's the Tyranid Warrior. Yeah, I'm not sure where or how or why the direction of this model is like it is, but boy, it does suck. And not often I say that, you know, a classic model it may be, but I do not like that sculpt. However, the Gargoyles, they look really, really awesome, and I've never seen these. They seem to be quite small. My Gargoyles are the metal ones, so that I don't have the new plastic ones, which are great, especially for storage. My ones are a pain to store, but these are even older than that, and I've never seen these before. Never ever, not even on eBay or anywhere, but they look really cool. Now, Gargoyles always remind me of the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. And indeed, these ones remind me of those even more. So I'm really liking those. They're cool models. And then we have the metal termagants. They look okay. Again, we've got the issue of the metal, like picking them up and stuff, but physically they look pretty cool. And then we have Gene Stealers. All of my Gene Stealers look like this anyway, apart from I've got a couple of new units. But I've got a lot of these old units anyway, so obviously they didn't make too much change. And then you go into the Biophors. The Spore Mine, again I've never seen these. They look pretty cool. They're quite small, aren't they? But the Spore Mines themselves didn't really change much. And then the Lictor. Now I do love this Lictor model. I don't own one, but I do want to get one. I own the metal Lictors, the ones that came after this model, and my plan is to use this old model for the Death Leaper, because I think it makes a pretty awesome Death Leaper model. Obviously rebase it on a round base. And interestingly, the Gene Stealers and the Spore Mines are on circular bases. And indeed the Gants are on round bases as well, although not the Warriors. So I'm not quite sure. It's a bit before my time, really, this book. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why they have the square bases on. So yeah, even looking at those old school models, apart from the Tyranid Warrior, I don't think the Tyranids suck. Indeed, I think the current model range is absolutely awesome. I would be very excited to see more Tyranid models coming out. I know we've had a bit of a spout of new releases from Tyranids in the last edition, but I've got my fingers crossed for a new, bigger Tyranid model. Would be awesome. We'll see if any new models come out with the Tyranid Codex. Until then, I do want to start doing some Tyranid videos on the channel, so keep watching for those coming up soon. Beam me up!